Oceans to me have always been this sort of vast, beautiful yet frightening place unfit for humans to explore. And to me this applies not only to real life but to Minecraft as well. And what better way to emulate and visualize the extreme depths and horrors of the oceans of our world than to do it inside Minecraft. So for this video we're going to go deep, really deep, to the deepest point on Earth, the Mariana's Trench in Minecraft. But first, let's rewind time a little bit. In this video I uploaded on July 14th, making caves generate to depths comparable to the deepest known caves on Earth, I received a lot of comments asking me if the same thing could be done to Minecraft's oceans, and this is a very interesting idea. After all, oceans are one of the largest biomes in Minecraft, covering 60% of the world. Yet despite that, it remains one of the least explored biomes in the game. However, they're pathetically shallow compared to the oceans in real life. So, the question was, is it possible to make the oceans in Minecraft as deep as they are in real life, using mods? Initially, after some testing, the answer was no, for a few reasons. One was the fact that the average depth of the ocean floor in real life was approximately 3,682 meters, and the mod that I used in that video could only provide a maximum depth of 2,032. And two was the fact that after I actually tried to get oceans to go as far down as 2,032 meters, it simply breaks the biome. Like, water source blocks simply just don't spawn below a certain point. However, the comments in that video were relentless, and I'm a man of determination and sheer f***ing will, so I decided to do some research. To get oceans thousands of blocks deep to spawn in Minecraft, we have to find solutions to those two problems that I just said. And as it turns out, the first problem actually does have a solution, sort of. There are various mods in Minecraft that can increase the depth of the world. The mod that I used in my cave video was called Shattered World Limits, which makes the world a lot deeper. But it wasn't quite deep enough. But there exists a very unique mod that can make the world generate almost infinitely deep. The mod in question is called the Cubic Chunks mod, but the catch here is that the latest release of that mod is only available in Minecraft 1.12.2, which at this point is over 7 years old. And the Minecraft update that overhauled oceans was the 1.13 update. But if we're just trying to make the ocean as deep as humanly possible, we're going to have to make some sacrifices, so let's go with the Cubic Chunks mod for this. Now, the second problem kind of has a solution as well. Even with the Cubic Chunks mod in parallel with the Cubic World Gen mod that allows extensive customizability of worlds, I was just simply unable to decrease the depth of the ocean floor. I did try to use commands to delete large amounts of blocks to just sort of simulate what that depth could look like, but this process takes ages, and you'd not only have to delete all the blocks in the vicinity, but replace them all with water source blocks, which, like I said, would take way too long. Not only that, but it just doesn't give the same authentic experience of incredibly deep oceans comparable to those in real life. But with all that said, there is a sort of workaround. Instead of trying to increase the depth of the ocean biome, you can actually just increase the sea level instead. So while the ocean floor technically isn't any deeper than what it was before, the depth of the ocean itself is a lot deeper from the surface. And luckily enough, there is an option to do exactly that with the Cubic World Gen mod. However, to get the depth of the Mariana's Trench in Minecraft, you will have to make the total ocean depth from the surface 11,060 blocks. The 60 is to compensate for the 60 blocks above bedrock, which the average terrain spawns back in Minecraft 1.12. This in total corresponds to 11.06 kilometers, but the slider doesn't actually go that high, so instead you have to actually manually modify the value in the presets panel. And with that, once you load into your worlds, you will be underwater, because the sea level is literally 11 kilometers above what it normally should be. So instead of having the typical ocean biomes 11 kilometers deep, you have basically just submerged the entire planet 11 kilometers underwater. But there is no other way to do this really, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. But as you can see here, the normal Minecraft graphics don't really do the oceans of this depth justice, so let's add some shaders. Now, because we are in Minecraft 1.12.2, we're going to have to use Optifine to load shaders, so no Oculus or Iris or whatnot. So for this Minecraft version, which is 1.12.2, there are actually two shaders that I found that work really well with water, and these two have slightly different purposes that I used them for this video. The shader that I'm currently using on screen, as you can see right now, is Complementary Unbound. The reason why I use this one specifically for the surface is because Complementary Unbound has some really nice light rays just underneath the surface, a small touch that I couldn't really find with any other shader for this Minecraft version. But there may be others out there that do exactly that. Let me know down in the comments below if you know of any. However, beyond that, Complementary Unbound isn't really great for deep underwater, as the light level is consistent. Unlike in real life, where the deeper you go, the less light there will be present. So as you get deeper, I actually found that the shader Zeus Renewed does a really good job of, simulating and portraying how realistic the light is in real life, or more specifically, the lack of light. I've also added in the Ice and Fire mod for the sea serpents just to spice up the deep ocean a little, so it's, a little less boring and they're not just only squids and shit down there. And here we are, 11,000 blocks, or 11 kilometers underwater. Now, even though we are 11 kilometers underwater, to most people that's just simply a big number, and most don't understand actually how extreme the depths and conditions are down here. So to put this into scale and to help you better visualize what this actually means, the tallest mountain in the world from sea level is, as you know, Mount Everest, which is 8.85 kilometers in elevation from sea level. This means you could rotate Mount Everest upside down, and then on top of that stack 2 Burj Khalifas underneath that, and you will still be half a kilometer away from reaching the bottom of the deepest point of the Marianas Trench, the Challenger Deep. In fact, you could fly in a commercial airliner and then inverse the flying altitude and you still won't even reach the bottom. The Challenger Deep is so far down that its depth of 11 kilometers would be in the troposphere in our atmosphere if it was inversed. So right now, I'm actually going to do a little bit of live commentary instead of the video being, documentary style, scripted like it has been so far, because this is a visualization that I actually have not done myself. So I want to experience it along with you guys. So right now I am making an 11,000 block deep hole in a super flat world with the cubic chunks mod, because that is how deep the Marianas Trench is. I feel like this is the best way to get a visual representation on how deep 11,000 blocks or 11 kilometers actually is. Because you can say stuff like what I said earlier, like flying altitudes and Mount Everest and the troposphere, but those are still just arbitrary, terms, very difficult to actually understand, and the most that most people can really get out of that is just it's just super deep. You need a way to actually visually see the depth for yourself to fully understand and appreciate and comprehend just how deep the Marianas Trench is. So right now I'm just using commands to basically just remove super large portions of the Minecraft terrain. Very deep. Right now I'm at negative 9,700, so we still have another 1,250-ish blocks to go. And here we are, a little over 11,000 blocks, but this is probably close enough, so holy fuck. We are deep. Let me just add a sign real quick. Welcome to the Challenger Deep. The bottom of the... I'm just gonna make a separate sign for trench for dramatic effect. There we go. Now let's teleport ourselves all the way back up. Alright, so I guess we just take the fall. So right now we're falling at 78.4 meters per second, or 78.4 blocks per second according to the Minecraft Wikipedia, which translates to just under 300 kilometers per hour. Human terminal velocity in our atmosphere is only about 70% of the speed, or about 54 meters per second. This is going to take a while, so while we wait, I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far into the video, then I really appreciate that, which means you've probably enjoyed the video so far, and if that's the case, then you could also give this video a thumbs up, or subscribe for more content like this, or even both. That would make my day, and comment down below what other videos, scientific or anything just breaking Minecraft or anything related that you'd like to see me cover. And with that said, we are still falling obviously, but I'll sign out here and I'll leave this in the background if you want to see it to its end. And yeah, this has been Amecell, and I'll see you all later.